Hi, this is Phil Hinton and welcome to another video here on avforums.tv. In this episode we're in London's Docklands and we're here at the XL Centre for the CEDIA Expo 2009. The CEDIA show is a show for custom installers, manufacturers and distributors and is a trade-only event. But AV Forums members are going to be treated to some of the gadgets and devices that were on show on the show floor. We start our show report on the AV Forum stand. So why were we there and what were the goals of this stand?
Well, we are a recent CEDIA member and having the stand here gives us the opportunity to meet other CEDIA members, custom installers, manufacturers and distributors of kit. Gives us an opportunity to invite them to the private custom installers forum where they can discuss everything related to custom installations in private, away from the public gaze. We also have a relatively new custom video service. It's also an opportunity to network with people in the industry, and I get an opportunity to get out of the office for once in a while.
So moving to the show floor, the first new products we encountered were the recently announced Blu-ray players from Pioneer. The BDP 120, 320 and LX52 are new machines, all of which are BD Live ready and handle all the available audio codecs. We will be at the official launch event of these products, so expect full details soon. In terms of projectors, there were the now common HD DI-LA models from JVC, which were on display and demo, and a show exclusive first look at a new model from InFocus. The SP8602 should boast 5000:1 contrast ratio and around 1400 lumens and is based on DLP technology. As ever, DLP projectors were also on view from Sim2, but it looks like the CEDIA show was just too early for any new product announcements. And rounding off the projector lineup were Optoma. There are new models due this year, and the company was also highlighting 3D projection due later in the year.
Our entry-level model is the HD20. That's a new entry-level 1080p home cinema model. We think it'll be the lowest cost 1080p model on the market when it's launched in about 4 weeks. We've also got a new high-end home cinema 1080p projector, the HD86. That's 1600 lumens, about 750:1 contrast ratio. It has 3 interchangeable lens options and full lens shift. So you should be able to fit this projector in any room. It should be an installer's dream. The 3D, we're very excited about the 3D. This is just a technology demonstration we've got here today. We haven't announced any products yet, but we will announce a range of 3D products before the end of the year.
So that's a look at the projectors on the show floor this year, but what about projection screens? It's an all-important feature. Well, we're going to go and have a look. Once I relax a little bit. Oh, that's nice. Just a little bit more down the back. As you can imagine, there were quite a number of projection screen designs on show. The main thrust in the screen market is the CinemaScope aspect ratios, with many versions including masking and even 2 screens in one from Impact Screens. So with the projection side covered, what about flat panels? In terms of front panel TVs at the show this year, AWE are showing the 103-inch Panasonic Plasma. They also have the VX100 in the 65 and 50-inch versions, and they also have another surprise at the other side of the stand. So tell us about the 21.9 TV.
Yeah, well, here is basically the latest Philips innovation that we're bringing to market. It's the Cinema 21:9 television, which basically is the first television in the world that actually fits the movie format. So all your blockbuster movies fit on the screen without black bars. So for the first time you're actually not losing space on your very expensive television, you're actually getting the full picture on a beautiful widescreen TV.
To wrap up on our flat panel coverage, we headed over to JVC, who had arguably the slimmest screen yet.
Okay, so this is the new LTWX50. Will be available in September, and this is our new 7.8mm ultra slim television set. So this is a monitor-based product, 3 HDMI connectivity, HDMI CEC, all that you'd expect from a high-end product of this type. The main thing to remember about it is the correct colour space. So we'll have correct colour space for Adobe RGB, and it will resolve 90% of that format, and then for 100% of the sRGB colour scale. And as with the 42WX70, you can calibrate this model. So we're looking at consumers, high-end consumers, and obviously custom installers who are able to install this product for very affluent people with RS232 control and discrete IR. As I mentioned before, available in September, we feel that we have an excellent proposition for the custom installation market with this model.
The CEDIA Expo is not just about the products on the show floor, but it's also a training event for custom installers. This year saw the return of the THX Certified Professional course after being absent for a number of years. So John, why did you feel it was necessary to bring the THX training to the UK?
Well, I didn't really feel it was necessary. We've just had requests, many requests, which is why even in this down economy we had a pretty good turnout, so I was pleased about that. The course that we did, the level 1 course, was the first of 10 days of training that we do, but it covers a very broad spectrum, and most people seem to feel that it offered a lot of useful information. It was really more than just an introduction. There's also a lot of things in there that people can think about and use in their home theatre designs.
So John, can we see any further THX training coming to the UK?
Well, in the next year or so, I hope to do a whole series of other THX trainings, both audio and our advanced 3-day hands-on video course, which has been very well received.
To wrap up on our CEDIA Expo report, there were a number of new products on show. Kaleidoscape were showing off their new mini media server, and for audio fans there was a new reference processor with 8 HDMI in, 2 HDMI out and full HD codec support from Canadian company Anthem. And finally, as well as the first HDMI 1.4 cables on show, Noxt Limited were showing full wireless HD transmission for just £699. So to finish, I caught up with Matt from CEDIA and started by asking if this year's event was smaller than last year and what effect that had.
The show this year is a third smaller than it was last year. Obviously the global economy has had a big effect on all businesses out there. Particularly marketing budgets have been affected, and exhibitions is a large part of most companies' marketing budgets. So that has been a factor in this year's show, but we still feel that we've had a really positive week this week. We've got over 160 brands that are represented here. We've got nearly 80 exhibitors. So the industry has supported the event, and with the footfall we've had over the last 3 days has been really positive, so we're really pleased.
And just to wrap up, I've been looking at some of the AV press that's out there in the trade magazines as well as the consumer magazines. And the question about allowing consumers to come into the show, maybe have a consumer day. What's your views on that?
It's a very difficult one, an extremely difficult one. We are first and foremost a trade show, and I think for those people that come to the event, you'll see that from the way in which the exhibitors represent the brands. The majority of visitors to the show are integrators and installers of product, and they're very interested in the technical details regarding the product and their, whether it's got an RS232 component, or they really want to know the detail. And obviously the way they've geared up their stand space for that is perhaps it's not the most attractive way of viewing products, because sometimes they want to see the internal workings of the product, not necessarily the final solution. However, if you're a consumer, clearly you do want to see the solution when it's completed, so you're more likely to want to see a living space with a projector and a living room feel with seating and furnishings. Obviously there is an expense there for an exhibitor to offer that, and as it stands at the moment, we have no plans to offer a consumer element to the show. But as I say, we are open to a lot of suggestions. We've had a very successful show this year where we've introduce some interior designers to the show. We had a conference yesterday where we had over 120 interior designers, and that's something that we'll continue to build on and look at new audiences to improve the show. So thanks a lot, Phil.
And that wraps up our coverage from the CEDIA Expo 2009 here at the Excel Centre in London's Docklands. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll be back with more videos very soon.